Welcome to class. Let's get started. So sit in a comfortable position, sit on a block or rolled up towels, whatever you need to elevate your hips to make it comfortable for you. Okay, close your eyes when you're ready. Bring the palms together towards center of the chest, opening mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, Namaste Jaste Jase, Avir Bhava, Vajanaka Vajadamsa Karma Sayan, Randaya Tamo Grasa Om Svaha, Abhaim Atmani Bhuvishta Om Sraum. Om. Keeping the eyes closed, gently place your palms onto the knees. Just bringing the awareness to the breath. If you need to move, this is the time to move. Adjust your position, scratch that itch, and then come to settle. First settling into your body. So come to a point of stillness physically, and then as well as your mind, calm the mind down. And you do that by calming the breath down first. Just observing your breath, no control. Observe the inhalation. Observe the exhalation. See if there's any tension at all. Observe the exhalation, that you're actually finishing that. A lot of the times we forget about the exhalation. We take deep breaths, as in deep inhalation, but shallow exhalation. But in yoga, the breath starts with the exhalation. So finish that breath. So empty the lungs so you're able to then deepen the inhalation. And again, deepen and finish that exhalation. So with every breath, you're expanding it deeper, longer. Bringing the awareness to the belly. Relax the low belly. So full abdominal breathing. When you inhale, the belly fills with air, belly button pushes out, and as you exhale, the belly button moves in towards the spine. There should be minimal effort on your part for this. You're just observing the chest, upper torso remain relaxed. Relax the lower belly. So inhale, the belly moves out, filling with air. And then as you exhale, the belly moves in. Inhale, belly moves out. Exhale, belly moves in. And we're going to start with Kapalabhati, so skull shining breath. It's basically full abdominal breath, but now it's more controlled. You focus more on the exhalation. So it's quick succession of exhalation, and the inhalation follows naturally when you let the belly go. So focus on pulling the belly button in towards the spine on the exhalation. Remember, the chest doesn't move much. Let's try and do 56 times. Okay. Just relax the breath. Inhale, the belly pushes out. Exhale, belly moves in. Deep inhale again, belly moves out. And then you can stop. Relax the breath. Let the breathing come back to normal. And then round 2, take a deep inhale, fill the belly. Relax. Final round. Inhale. Okay, gently open your eyes. Come to what? Come to sit down on your heels. Knees can be hip width apart or slightly wider. Bring the forehead down towards a block or on the floor. Arms stretched out in front of you. The sitting bone and the tailbone is sinking down towards the floor as you reach the fingers forward. And then once you've reached your limit, spread the fingers wide, really pressing the whole palms into the floor, like you want to pull the palms back towards you. So there should be slight activation in the shoulders. The armpits is trying to wrap your ears. So shoulder blades moving away from each other. You can look up between the thumbs and then gently come to all fours. Turn the palms so the fingers are facing your knees. Okay, if it's too much, then bring the hands nearer towards you, but otherwise you're rocking backwards and forwards. Trying to sit back down on your heels. Go gentle with this. And then come to all fours again. And then from here, you're going to do a modified version of a cat-cow. Inhale. You're going to lift the tailbone up, lift the sitting bones up, chest up, head up.
Shoulder blades away from the ears, long neck. Tailbone is moving in, trying to move in, but you're lifting the sitting bones up. And exhale, round the back. Bring the chin in, forehead in. Inhale again. Sinking the spine down towards the floor. You shouldn't really feel this in the lower back. Exhale, round the back, really round. Bring the pubic bone up towards the navel, navel towards the sternum. And then release. Walk the hands slightly further forward. And then from here, at your own time, okay, so pressing the palms into the floor, elbows in, and then upper arms rotating out. At your own time, come up to downward dog. You can cycle the legs through first. Heels can be off the floor and knees bent. Okay. I'm going to breathe. Upper arms really rotating out. Bring the backs of the thighs towards the back of the room. Looking either to the tips of the nose or final drishti, it's towards your navel. Focus on the lower ribs. Lower ribs should be moving in towards each other, towards the midline. So don't puff the chest out. It takes a while to feel the alignment, but you work towards that. Because when you first do downward dog, there's a lot of overriding sensations, mostly in the shoulders. But you work past that, and eventually there'll be awareness towards the little parts. And then you direct your breath there, because remember, the breath is both diagnostic and therapeutic. Using our breath, we find where the tension is, and using our breath will help to relax that part so we're able to work, to strengthen and to stretch. And then bend the knees, you're going to step forward, come to sit down, Paschimottanasana. Sit on the block if you need, okay? So, use a strap also if you need. Feet together, inner heels and balls of the big toes forward, hands on the floor next to you. Okay, sit tall first. Uddiyana Bandha is Ta. So pubic bone is moving up towards the navel. Navel moving in and up and out towards the side. Tucking the chin in slightly. And then inhale, arms reaching up and keeping the length in the back. Exhale, folding forward. And again, use a strap if you need. Send the chest forward. Inner heels moving forward. Don't let the thighs roll out. Front thighs rolling in slightly, but then the outer hips of the groin moving down. Send the sternum forward, send the chest forward, and try to extend not just the crown of the head, but the back edge of the skull, so where your bindu. So if you have a ponytail, so where you would, I guess, tie your ponytail. So you're trying to lift, extend that part of the skull forward towards your toes. And breathe. and forward bend. It's not just the flexibility of the legs, it's the strength and openness of the back as well as the hips. And inhale, gently release. Bring the feet together, balls of the feet. Baddha Konasana. We can roll the soft part of the flesh out towards the side. Okay, you're going to sit tall. Inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to fold forward. This one, so it's a straight back Baddha Konasana. Inner knees is moving out towards the side. And again, sending the chest forward. It doesn't matter where you are. Just don't push yourself too hard. But know your limits. Know where your limits are, but we don't go over the limit. But so we know where the limit is, and then we try to push the boundary further. And here, come up. Okay, and then bringing the left heel in. Okay, right foot can be, I'll just sit to face you. Right foot can be here, or if you can, bring it over the left knee. The things to watch out for: the whole of the right foot should be down on the floor, especially the ball of the big toe, and then the right sitting bone shouldn't be lifted up. If it is, come back to the first option. Okay, so both sitting bones on the floor, and then from here you can just hook the left elbow, hook the right knee, and just sit tall like this. This is your first option. Second option, if you can, bring the elbow, left armpit outside of the right knee, and then left hand grab hold the instep of the right foot. And twist to the right side. With the inhale, you lengthen, and the exhale, you twist. And with every exhalation, you try and relax the intercostal muscles. And you do that by, again, finishing that breath. Deepen the exhalation so you can go even deeper to the inhalation. Exhale, release, and swap side. Right heel in, left foot first option here, or if you can, go over. Okay, and then with the arm positioning, right elbow hooking the left knee, or if you can, right armpit outside of the left knee, and then the right fingers, right hand grab hold of the instep of the left foot. Inhale, and as you exhale, you twist towards the left. You sit, making sure you're sitting on both sitting bone. Weight is equal on both sides. Relax the jaw. Relax the gaze as well. Your gaze is towards the left corners of the eyes, but you're not staring. It's a soft gaze. So you shouldn't feel any tension in the eyes. And exhale, release. Okay, and then from here, you are going to come to Navasana. So you're going to grab hold of your feet together. Okay, knees together. And then from here, you're just going to sit tall. If this is okay,
inhale, you're gonna lift your your feet off the floor. Okay, you can stay here, or if you want, you can straighten. Then if you want, arms straight out and breathe. Inner thighs, squeeze the inner thighs in towards each other. Try not to round in the lower back. Send that chest forward. Extend again through crown of the head. Open collarbones. So send the chest forward. Lift up. And exhale. Release. Okay, you're gonna bring, I'll face you. You're gonna come to your, bring the feet together or slightly apart if you want, or even wider. So we're basically gonna come to a squat. Use stool if you have, or use blocks if you need, okay? And then from here, you're gonna come to a squat. You can, because we're gonna hold the position, so you can sit on a block basically to help you. But if you want to work more actively and you can't get your heels down, so things to work on, open up the feet and then put roll towels, and you can place it under your heels. That helps you to at least direct the energy down, your heels down towards the floor. Okay, and then from here, okay, you're gonna gently open the hips out towards the side. Not hips, sorry, the knees out towards the side. At the same time, keeping the balls of the big toes down. Arms, you can reach forward. And breathe. Sitting bone is reaching down towards the floor. Inner knees moving out towards the side. It may help some of you, because balancing is already quite hard. You may use a chair or even a wall. You can put a grab hold onto the chair just for balance. Breathe. And then lower the sitting bone down towards the floor. So you're gently coming to sit down into the floor. Okay, bring the feet, soles of the feet in, and then bring your forearms underneath your shins. And then as well, if you can't do it, then come to just Baddha Konasana. This one, called this pose. Okay, if you can, grab hold of the toes. And then again, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, you're gonna round the back. Pull the pubic bone up to the sternum. And then you're gonna bring crown of the head down towards the floor. And towards the toes. Shoulders away from the ears. Inner knees still moving out. The variation of Supta Kurmasana. And inhale, gently come back up. And then let's come to all, come to lie in your front. Let's do a back bend. Okay. Palms with the fingers facing towards the back, palms next to your hip bones, feet together. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, exhale, pull the shoulders back and down. So you want to imagine you're sliding your hands towards the back, towards your toes. Okay, so there's a connection between the feet, the core, and the upper back. So feet first, point the toes. Imagine somebody pulling your toes
and then tops of the feet into the floor, front thighs into the floor, and then gently push the posterior tilt of the pelvis. Try and lift the navel away, or the belly button away from the floor. Try. It doesn't mean that it's lifted. Okay? And then inhale. You want to slide the chest forward so that it moves up towards the front. Exhale down. And then interlace your fingers. Okay. Same thing. Work with the legs first. So press the legs into the floor. Inhale. You're gonna lift the head off the floor. Extend the fingers towards the toes. Once you've reached your limit, then lift the legs off the floor. And exhale down. Bring the hands, forearms onto the floor. Elbows can be below the shoulders or slightly forward if it's too much. Okay, the further away your elbows are, the easier it is. Really press the full forearms and the palms into the floor. Same thing, legs remain active, so don't just sink there. Okay, and then send the chest forward. You shouldn't really feel this in the lower back. If you feel it too much in the lower back, then I would suggest walking the elbows forward, away from you, and keep pressing the legs into the floor, and slightly posterior tilt, so the pubic bone is pushing in slightly into the floor, and don't go that high up. Tucking the tailbone basically. And exhale, release. You're going to come back up, come to downward dog. Take this time to recalibrate. You're going to turn the left foot out slightly, and then you're going to, with straight legs, drop the hips towards the right side. Inhale, come back up. Then turn the right foot out, and then drop the hips to the left side. And then inhale, come back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then bend the knees. Come to sit down again. So sit in a comfortable position. Hands can be in Dhyana Mudra, so tips of the index fingers and thumbs together. Inhale, lifting the shoulders up. Exhale, bringing the shoulders back down. You can sit on a chair if you want. But try to literally be grounded. So don't be afraid of the floor. Spend some time on the floor. Get familiar with the ground. Take your socks off, take your shoes off. Go barefoot. And then sit on the ground. Elevate the pelvis if you need.
any movement out, because you're going to sit still for a little while. And this is the hardest pose, or rather all of the poses that we do prepares us for this. Sitting poses are the primary poses. In yoga, we have the material body, and then we have the consciousness of the soul. And the material body is not just the physical, what we can see, we can touch, we can sense. But we also talk about the energetical body. And energetical work is when you start doing your bandhas, your pranayama. That's all for the energetical, or what we call the subtle body. They're both still on the material plane, or the material body. And even the mind. And it's what we do is to train the material so we can turn inwards. And that really is hard. Just focus on the breath. You're experiencing the body through the body. You're an observer. You feel any uncomfortable, if you feel uncomfortable or slightly anxious, tell yourself you're just an observer, you acknowledge it, but it's not you, it doesn't define you. Observe the breathing. Bring the mind's focus to the back of the skull. You're just observing. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the palms together to the center of the chest, closing mantra. Svastyastu visvaya kala prasidatam, dhyayantu bhutani shiva mitodiya, manascha bhadram bhajatod adoksaje, avishyatam nor apirabhya haituki. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, and take Savasana for as long as you need.